Welcome back to Everybody Has a Story, hosted by Cam Spackman. We are finally moved in here in the new home down here below the fairgrounds. Don't come hunt me down. But we've actually gotten set up in an office, so hopefully our sound check and the sound here gets a little bit better, because I know on a few of my podcasts they've been a little bit echoey, but we are working on that and getting better every time. So tonight, our special guest, we have Tyler Smart. He's here with Smart Choice Services.
Yes, sir.
Local of Preston.
Yep.
Yeah, we like it. We like the locals. And back with us, we have Cody Traveler. What's up, Cody?
Not much. How you guys doing? Good to be back.
Yeah, we're happy to have you back. We're happy to have Tyler here as well. Tyler, you're a local, right?
Yes, I am.
And you've been that your whole life, or what?
Yeah, we lived in Logan for about a year while my wife was finishing up school, and then moved back to Idaho and to Weston for 7, almost 8 years, and then had a chance to move over here to Preston. And
Nice. But you were born and raised here.
Yep.
Like you were here when Preston, small town Preston, was smaller than what it is now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember it much as a kid?
Yeah. Yeah, it's changed a lot.
a lot? Like,
Yeah.
like you think it's completely different at all, or do you think still kind of the same, but lots of changes there?
There's lots of changes. I remember when they put the stoplight in down there by Stokes, and there's been a lot of change happening in town since.
Big town now. We got 2 stoplights on Main Street.
Yeah, maybe a third maybe sometime, huh?
Yeah.
Get one right there by Big J's.
Yeah. Or the other way out by the junior high. That'd be a good spot for one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But-
That's not a welcome to have a bunch of people move into town, though, right?
Yeah.
we don't want to have a need for another light, but no, that's awesome, Tyler. So, born and raised here. Did you meet? Is your wife from here, or
She's from Hiram.
she's from Hiram?
Yep.
And how did you convince her to come to Idaho?
It took a lot of convincing. So we had to move to Weston. We lived about 200 yards from the border that way. She could still walk back to Utah if she needed to.
Yeah. Hopefully, she never had to walk. Huh?
Right.
It'd probably be you that was walking if you guys ever got in trouble, huh?
No, that's why we got 2 vehicles.
Okay. I like it.
No, we moved to Weston, and she worked down in Logan for a number of years as well. So
Yeah.
we wanted to stay fairly close to the border, so she had a fairly short commute, shorter
Yeah.
than to Preston. So
Oh, good deal. So when did you meet your wife? Was that right after high school? Did you have a few years in between, or
no, so I graduated in 2009, and I met her in 15.
15?
Yep, so
Wow.
quite a while after.
So what did you do for 6 years? Yeah, 6 years.
Went on a mission,
Okay.
and then went to college.
Nice.
Where was your mission?
West Texas, Lubbock, Texas was the mission.
Oh,
so,
cool. Did you kill any hogs out there?
Yeah,
Did you?
I did.
That's awesome. And then where'd you go to school?
Up to Idaho State
Idaho
University
State.
through their diesel program and diesel electric program.
Nice. And did you meet your wife there at Idaho State, or?
No, I met her. So I graduated school in 14, and I met her almost a year and a half later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And you went to school for diesel mechanics.
Yes, sir.
How many years did that take?
About 2.5, almost 3.
Nice. And
Yeah.
so what's the degree called? Is it just diesel mechanic degree, or is there a special term for it, or?
I think it's diesel technology and on-site power is the
Okay.
associate's degree I have with it.
So when you graduated school, what did you do? I mean, where did you find a job? What were you doing?
So I graduated school, and then a family I met on my mission, super cool family. They've kind of adopted me into their family. He came up to my graduation, and he packed my bags the day I graduated, and I flew down there the Monday after, and
Wow.
I had a job working for a cat dealership 2
Wow.
days later. So
That's awesome.
In Lubbock?
in Midland,
Midland.
Yep.
And so how long were you there?
from May till about September.
May to
So
September?
not too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you came home?
Yep, I just decided I needed to go bow hunting, so
Had the homeboy blues, huh?
packed up and headed home.
Yeah. That's about like me and my wife when we got married. I thought, let's get the heck out of this valley and go try something new. And so we moved down to Cedar City, and I think we lasted about 3 months, and
Right.
we were packing up, coming home. So, but no, that's awesome. So then when you come back here, what did you get going doing work-wise here?
That's when I got into the ag industry.
Okay.
Working as an ag mechanic.
Ag mechanic. And did you work for a company?
Yeah, I worked for a company over in Tremont
Okay.
and worked for them for just about a year.
Nice.
And then I was driving from Preston to Tremont every day, and that drive was getting pretty
getting
old.
Get old fast.
Yeah.
And then I had an opportunity to move to another local dealership. Transferred there for about 4 years, and then went to the other dealership in town and was there for a number of years. And then
Nice.
my wife convinced me to make the jump and go out on my own.
Really?
Yeah.
So how long ago did you go out on your own?
Just over 4 years ago.
4 years
Yeah,
ago?
February 1st of 22.
Has it really been that long?
Yes, sir.
Holy cow.
That's a long time. The years fly by.
Yeah, they do. That's what I was thinking the other day. I'm like, oh, it's been 4 years that we've been
4 years
treading
going
through
on
this.
30, right?
Right. Exactly.
Running your own business, I'm sure, isn't easy.
No, it definitely has its challenges.
Yeah, I bet. So what did that feel like? What made you decide to go out on your own, and what were some of your concerns when you decided to go out on your own?
Biggest concern was a consistent paycheck.
Yeah.
Being able to provide for my family. Luckily, my wife was still working and had a really good job down at the Logan School District.
Yeah.
So we had her pay to fall back on if we needed to. Yeah, and just being a mechanic for a number of years, we saw a trend of the catastrophic failures being caused due to lack of maintenance, whether the farmers didn't have time to get to it or a number of different reasons. And so we just decided to start a preventative maintenance program for them.
Yeah.
And
So is that what got you your start, is just oil changes, preventative maintenance
Yeah.
before the big major repairs came on?
Yep. So just starting with like the oil changes, greasings, stuff that we saw that was causing the catastrophic failures.
And you would go on site to farms.
Yep.
You didn't have a shop at the time, right?
Nope. So we bought a enclosed cargo trailer and loaded my tools and an air compressor in it, and I pulled that around for about 3 years, and then I just barely got a service truck last January.
Wow.
So I've had it for a year now, and it's been an entire game changer for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it have if I remember right, it's got a crane on it, right? Or no?
Yep. It has a
does?
crane, a big air compressor. The only thing it doesn't have is a welder, but
Nice.
yeah, it's really opened up a whole nother avenue for us
Yeah.
to have the crane and the service truck, and
Yeah,
just a more professional look for us.
for
Well,
sure.
yeah, working on that big of equipment, that's stuff you probably need in the field quite often.
Yeah. Yeah, my back definitely appreciates the crane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet. Especially where you're getting older, getting those gray hairs there,
Right.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Easy, because he's younger than me.
That's well. That's all
Only
right.
by a year, right? You were 09.
Oh, 9, yeah.
Yeah, and I was 08, so he's my wife's age.
Oh, perfect.
So I knew Tyler
That's
going
awesome.
through school. We were in high school together.
Yeah, I was going to say,
All
we
that stuff.
really-
FFA, all that.
Yeah, we really connected, I think, probably your sophomore, junior year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I wish I could say that I was born and raised in Preston.
Yeah, you've mentioned that a few times.
I
on this.
have. It's
can say
seriously,
it.
it's a real feeling. I don't like claiming to be a Utah
Yeah.
boy. Preston's my home. Everybody's taken me in, and it's been super fun being involved in the community. But so when you started your company, Tyler, I mean, how did you get out and find business? I mean, were you just knocking doors, pulling into places, making phone calls? I mean, how did you start getting business, getting people to call you?
Honestly, it was just word of mouth.
Yeah.
That was the biggest thing. We started doing car oil changes is what we were going to start doing, just because we figured it was going to be a quick turn and burn type of
Yeah.
deal. And we learned really quick that people wanted to pay Jiffy Lube pricing
Yeah.
with my convenience.
Yeah.
Do it in their driveway for real cheap.
Yeah.
Like they're like, well, we can go to Jiffy Lube for $29,
Yeah.
and I'm buying the product for $40.
Yeah.
And so we learned really quick that car oil changes were not
The route.
the route for us. I mean, it is for some people, but it
Yeah.
wasn't for us. And so we transitioned more into the ag equipment and heavy equipment side of things, and
That's awesome.
and it's just spread like crazy since then.
That's crazy. So how long did it take you to make the decision to get into more of the ag equipment and things like that?
Not very long. I'm going to say probably 3 to 4 months.
Okay, so pretty quick.
Yeah,
You got into that quick.
yeah.
And so then at that point, was it still word of mouth, or did you start going and pulling into
We've
farms?
never done any marketing.
No soliciting.
Nope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's actually super cool that you didn't have to get out and do that.
Yeah, we've mailed out a few flyers here and there just as we've wanted to expand our operation, and we've only done that in the last year. But yeah, no, the rest of the time it's been word of mouth and
That's so cool.
residual clientele.
Yeah. So are you I know you've got a shop now. Cody was asking.
Yep.
You know, you started out in a cargo trailer, but now you've got an actual service rig. You're in a shop.
Yes, sir.
You do a lot of shop work. Do people bring their stuff to you and you're working out of there, or what do you use that for?
Yeah, for the bigger jobs that we've been doing, we try to get stuff brought to the shop just for the ease of working on it and cleanliness. Sometimes you'll tear something down out in the field and the wind will start blowing and fill everything with dirt and whatever else. And so the shop's been a big game changer. We're trying to figure out how to be able to haul customers' equipment to our shop. We've found that as a hurdle that we're crossing right now, is they still don't have the time to haul their stuff. And so we're still doing probably 90% of repairs in the field.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you've said we a few times. Are you the only mechanic, and then your wife's kind of helping with the bills? Or?
Yeah. Yep. So it's
You
my
don't
wife
have
and I right
anybody
now.
else?
Yep. We're in the hiring process right now.
All right.
We've interviewed quite a few good people, but nothing's panned out yet.
Say, to grow your business, you'll definitely need help.
Right. You on a job?
Yeah, anytime. I'm always looking. I've helped you on a project, actually, probably about right here where Cam's house is sitting.
Yeah.
We changed the teeth on that backhoe.
On a backhoe bucket. Yeah. It was.
That's cool.
We did that in your backyard before you knew you were buying this house.
That's awesome. Got a little bit of Tyler and Cody history that I'm living on here, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I like
Little
that.
blood, sweat, and
yeah.
cussing
A few
here.
cuss words.
Yeah. We don't cuss, right?
No, not at all. Only when needed.
Yeah. No, that's super cool. So how far do you travel for work? I mean, are you hitting the whole valley? Are you doing more staying local or
Honestly, most of my customer base has been Richmond, North Smithfield, up to Preston area. We've got a couple of equipment. They're commercial framers, and we go down to Lehigh and take care of their stuff down there for them.
Yeah.
And so we're definitely expanding.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Do you ever jump the mountain and go over to Bear Lake and stuff yet? Or
Nope, that country's too cold.
Yeah, there's a short window you want to work outside over there.
That's summertime country over there.
No, that's awesome. I bet if you went over there in the summer, you'd just be taking your swimsuit all the time. Wouldn't get much work done, huh?
Right.
Hang out at the beach and
Yeah. Yeah, no, we do have a couple customers over there that we go to about
Yeah.
once a year, but nothing consistent over there.
Yeah. So as you start picking up clients, you get a lot of repeat customers.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. They start, getting loyalty gained towards you. And
Yeah. Yeah, most of, I'm going to say 95% of our customers are repeat clientele.
Repeat.
Yep.
that says a lot about you.
Yeah.
Your customer
Yeah.
service must be good. That's what
Right.
matters in this business.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been good. The customers we've had pretty much since the start of it. We've picked up new ones as we've gone, but yeah, we've retained most of our customers since we've started.
Yeah. So you've got your business going. Tell me a little bit, if you'll get into it, about the struggles. I mean, you've been doing it for 4 years. I'm sure there's a lot of pros and cons. Tell me a little bit about the cons of owning your own business. I mean, we talked a little bit about, financial stability and stuff at the start. I'm sure that's a concern throughout every day for you. But, I mean, what are some of the other struggles that you deal with being a small business?
Right now, a big one is fuel prices.
Yeah.
Like, it costs a lot to drive my service truck around the valley.
Yeah.
I think I looked today and I'm averaging about 7 miles to the gallon.
Holy cow.
So it's costing me between $250 and $300 a week to run my service truck.
That's horrible.
So that's a big one. Obviously, wear and tear on your vehicles.
Yeah.
That all of a sudden is your expense now instead of a company's expense.
Yeah.
Parts sourcing has been interesting. It's been an interesting hurdle that we've had to come across.
Limited.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say limited, but where we work on such a wide variety of things, it's hard to figure out where to source parts from.
Yeah.
Instead of
is there
being brand
some-
specific.
Is there some common stuff that you can use on every job? Oils or
Yeah, and so on my service truck, that's another reason we bought this truck, is it has a lube skid in it, so I can carry 50 gallons of clean engine and 50 gallons of clean hydraulic oil with me. So I've got clean oil with me all the time.
Yeah.
But filters vary from machine to machine. Obviously, parts vary from machine to machine, so I can't really stock a consistent source of parts.
How often do you work on equipment that you might not be able to find parts for? I mean, do you work on a lot of old equipment? And I used to work for a company as well in the parts department in the ag industry, and I had a lot of guys that come in looking for parts for their 1950 something tractor, and we could never get it. We could never find them.
There's been a couple times we've had equipment like that, but not very often. I've got some good relationships with some of the parts stores here in the valley that they're willing to put their nose to the grindstone and muster something up. And we've got machine shops that we can work with and different things like that. If we really need to get something made, we can make aftermarket parts, find aftermarket stuff, find a scrap tractor that's got something else bad on it.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool that you can go out there and source parts off of parts tractor and things like that. Yeah. You and I were talking on the phone a little bit earlier, and another struggle probably with running your own business is just the grind.
Yeah.
You mentioned that you're getting up way early in the morning and you're coming home way late at night, and I'm sure that requires a pretty strong support system behind you. It sounds like your wife is super supportive, but it's tough as a dad and as a husband and a father that being gone, running your own business and you're gone long hours of the day, that probably wears on you a little, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like we were talking earlier, that I started this to try to create some sort of freedom for me, and in a sense it's almost felt more of, not necessarily a prison, but I haven't reached that freedom stability that I've wanted to achieve yet.
Yeah. That probably takes time.
It will.
For sure. But it's definitely, you're out there working your butt off and putting food on the table for your kids, but it's a tough thing.
Right.
I'm sure, that's with any job too, but I mean, really coming down to a small business, I myself have thought about starting a small business multiple times, and it's scary.
Oh yeah.
It's
terrifying, especially when you're the sole income for the household.
Yeah, 100%. And this economy doesn't make things easy.
No, it doesn't. It's definitely presented as challenges to us for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we also talked a little bit about groceries, and you don't realize how much you spend. I mean, my wife and I go get groceries for dinner one night, and you're feeding for one night, and go to the grocery store, and it's $100.
Yep.
And I mentioned to you that, golly, you might as well go to Big J's and get a freaking burger at that point.
Well, and we do. By the time we do all the shopping and everything, neither of us want to cook. So it's like, let's just grab a burger while we're in town. We'll cook this stuff tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
it's not a fun economy to be doing anything right now.
Yeah, it's challenging, but it's also exciting too to see that if we can pull through this economy, and what we can do in this economy, how well we can actually succeed in a good economy for us.
Yeah, hopefully that's right around the corner too. We love a good economy, but if you can stick it out too, and be able to make it through the hard times, you can do super well in the good times.
Right.
For sure, 100%.
So with the economy and everything, I mean, I grew up on a dairy farm. It was real bad when Dad sold. Have you had any customers you've lost, or you see potential loss with, farmers selling out or getting out of their tractors, anything like that?
No, not really. We've kind of, for lack of a better term, weeded out those type of customers. Mm-hmm. So I feel like we've got a really secure customer base right now. We're adding on the construction side as well. So getting into the material handler side, telehandlers, backhoes, that type of stuff as well, because we've seen the trend that the ag market's taking. So we knew that if we wanted to stay and succeed, we've also got to add on some other things as well. Yeah,
that's super cool. I mean, expanding your business, that's what it's all about, is expanding your business, right? And always my boss always says it best: if you're not moving forward, you're moving backwards.
Right.
So that's cool to hear that you're moving into the construction industry and staying in the ag industry, and who knows what's to come with that.
Right.
That's super cool.
Yeah, because we love our ag customers. They're the salt of the earth. They're the best. And so, but like I said, milk prices are really low. Hay prices are going to start going up. Or
beef prices are really high. So you want to keep that cow around or ship her to McDonald's.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and with the year we're having and with how dry things are, I mean, that's what's concerning in my business, is that, there's not going to be a lot of feed out there. Cow prices are so good, and I can't blame them, but a lot of ranchers, they're going to sell their cows.
Yeah.
I mean, then they're not going to have cows to feed, and that worries me a little bit.
No need for tubs.
Yeah. Hopefully we're far enough widespread that, we stick with it, and I mean, there shouldn't be any concern there. But yeah, it's hard to watch,
It is.
I'm sure you see it a lot in the business that you're doing, Cody, with the industry that you're in, you see it as well. That,
yeah, I deal a lot with farmers and everything on sales. And
yeah, the ag business is not for the faint of heart, for lack of better terms. You see it all the time with the business that you go to, doing your mechanic stuff, Cody with the stuff you're doing, with me getting in the cattle ranching stuff. I mean, it's hard to watch somebody that, you think about it going way back into history of, one time they started that ranch, they started that farm, and they did so well, and they've worked on it, and it's their blood, sweat, and tears. And it's really sad and hard to watch them, dissipate, have them, struggle and not be able to, not succeed, but not be able to continue in that sense or another.
Well, and not only the pricing and everything we're going through, but a lot of farmers, they don't want their kid to have to live that life.
Yeah.
So how many kids are getting kind of told, hey, go to school, get a job that's not back on the farm, and you just see farmers going out because there's nobody to take over.
Right.
Well, land prices, you can't blame them for going out.
Yeah.
Because, there's land that's going for $200,000 an acre that...
Yeah, in the real estate business that I do a little bit, it's crazy what land, and it sells. It goes, and there's a lot of development going on, and not speaking for anybody, but kinda is, a lot of people look at it from the outside in, and they're like, gosh, like that farmer just sold his ground, and he was my neighbor, and now they're building a subdivision next to me, and it's like, well, you got to do what you got to do to put food on the table these days. You can't blame them.
Right.
If somebody comes along with the right price, and it sucks to watch a small town or watch, ag land and stuff turn into subdivisions and things like that, but they have to make a living and take care of themselves and their family as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be the only way they pay off bills or put food on the table is having to sell that land.
Yeah, it might not be, it's probably
might not be a choice. It might
100%.
Be that's just what they have to do. And
yeah.
As looking in from the outside, you think, oh, he's just selling it for the next house, but really, that might be what's keeping his family fed.
Afloat.
Yep, for sure.
It sucks seeing all these subdivisions, but it's growth.
Yeah. And there's, if you want to bring the benefits into it, for our small town, we're all involved in the county fair here and stuff. And more people brings more people to the fair and more potential kids to do a project and bring more animals to the fair and things like that. So that's, that's a pro. It brings stuff in. And then for small businesses too.
Yeah.
The people move in and they need things from the small businesses, and that helps you succeed too, right?
Oh, for sure. Yep.
No, that's...
And as these construction companies are building those developments are going to break down, and so so that's also
and you being able to meet them in the job site,
yeah,
probably a huge advantage as opposed to putting it on a truck, taking it to a shop somewhere, and who knows how long it sits.
Right,
yeah,
for sure.
You could be there probably same day and at least diagnose what's going on. And
yeah.
And get stuff rolling so they can get back to building the house or whatever they're building.
Right.
That's what Tyler was telling me earlier on the phone. He's like, yeah, I'll work till 9 or 10 o'clock at night. It's because I have a hard time saying no. If a customer needs something, I'm going. I'm not going to tell them no or that I'll be there tomorrow. I'm jumping in the truck and I'm going.
Yeah.
That says a lot about somebody. You know, Tyler.
That's definitely how you bring those customers back. And like you said, it's a lot of repeat business, and there's a reason they're coming back to you.
Yeah, we like to try to get stuff diagnosed within a 24-hour window of when they call.
Yeah. Yeah, because you never know. You go diagnose it and need to order a part, and that part's 2 weeks out or whatever.
Yeah. So, that's one thing we try. We try to do. Can't always do it for sure, but we try to be there within 24 hours to get them diagnosed. Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's kind of a cool system that you have there, trying to get there within 24 hours to... it's for a lot of these companies, and especially as you get into construction, and then ag too. These farmers, when it's grind time, they need to be digging fields. They need to be planting. They need to be harvesting. They can't be sitting. Time is money.
Yeah, when you got a storm coming, you got hay to bale.
Yeah,
and that's when things break. Is when you've got a window, you've got a short amount of time to get the hay up.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's when things are breaking.
Yeah, and for a lot of people that don't know, if hay's on the ground and it's not baled up and put away where it can stay dry, it costs a farmer a lot of money.
Yep, it does.
It hurts their pocketbook. It hurts their livelihood, and the hay's just not worth what it is. And as we as we have two firefighters from Franklin County sitting here.
Yep.
I mean, you bale wet hay, what happens?
We've been on a handful of haystack fires over the
Yeah,
last few
yeah.
years, and
Yeah. And
I mean it's unfortunate to see, but it happens.
yeah, and that stuff goes up quick.
Yeah.
Goes up quick, but burns for a long time. I mean, we've babysit stacks for hours, and finally we just have to turn it back over to the farmer and
Say call us if you need us back.
You guys get a babysit now, and we're gonna go home and shower and wait for the next one.
Right.
Yeah, no, that's never a good thing. And in a hay bale, when there's moisture in it, that's what causes the combustion. It creates
Yep.
a lot of heat. In the business that I do, I had a rancher once, and it wasn't any fault of his own. The hay was just a little bit wet, but we do a lot of feed testing, and so we go out and we'll core a bale and get the hay, get the feed, and then we'll take it up to USU and we'll test it for minerals and protein levels and things like that, figure out what the cows are missing from that feed. And I remember, walking over to these bales, and I don't know why, like I'm just a fidgeter. So I'll core this bale out, and then I always stick my finger. I always stick my finger after I core it out and feel the hay, or I'll, try and brush it out. I remember, I'm not even kidding. I stuck my finger in this bale, and it burnt the tip of my finger.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even joking. Like seriously, that's how hot the bale was.
Yeah,
And then it just combusts, and then it's gone.
Yep.
yeah. It doesn't take much, and they're packed in there so tight, and there's a lot of heat. You think about it, 100 degrees outside temperature, and you stack 200 ton of hay touching each other right in the middle of that stack's going to be hot.
Yeah, 100%. It's just like anything when it's dry and there's heat. It's gonna spread. It's gonna go for sure. So, no, that's cool. So we talked a little bit about Cody being a firefighter. We've got Tyler over here with Smart Choice Services and supporting the community that way, and they're supporting you. But you also are a volunteer firefighter.
Yes, sir.
How long you been doing that?
It'll be 5 years in October this year.
5 years. And you started in the Weston department,
Yep, over on the Dayton station.
and just recently you came over to the Preston department.
Yep, this last August I did.
And
That's
he's
awesome.
got a dang good locker in our station.
Does he?
Tell you what, the guy next to him is one stand-up individual.
Right.
That's awesome. That must be you, huh?
It is. Yep.
Him and the support beam
Yep.
for the station.
There's me, and then there's Tyler, and then there's the beam. So
So it depends on the day who's the stand up.
yeah,
Do you guys help each other put your turnouts on when the fire call
if
goes
needed,
out?
yeah.
That's super cool. So you've been involved in that and you love it.
Yeah. Yep, it's awesome.
You gonna just do it as long as you can.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Yep.
That's I'm sure the community appreciates both of your guys' help and support in that, and your volunteer. It takes a lot,
It does.
and you got to know a lot too.
Yeah.
It's always a learning experience. Every call's different, but yeah, you have stuff that you remember that you'll use on every call, and then you'll get on one and it'll be completely different and just throw you for a loop. And that's where you rely on some of the older guys and
Yeah.
just figure it out.
Yep,
Yeah.
for sure.
You guys went on that house call together last year. There was that one house that burned down,
up Cub River.
and
Yep.
you guys were going in there together, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And what happened? Can you talk about that?
Yeah, I think we're good to talk about it.
And tell the story. I wanna hear it again.
Tyler,
you guys
let's
tell it
let's
best.
hear your point of view there. You were first in.
So house was going, went in to check things out. Was going to start pulling ceiling down to see how far the fire had spread. Made it about 20, 25 feet in. Super smoky in there. You couldn't see your hand in front of your face. Decided to come back out. Cody was right behind me at that time. We both decided to come back out, get a hose stream, and pike pole the pole ceiling and have a hose there. Cody was on the hose right in front of me. He made it about, I don't know if it was even 3 feet in, and
I
ceiling
got
came
my
down.
my 2 feet inside the door, sounded the floor once, ceiling came down on top of my head.
That's horrible.
I mean, I wasn't far in. That's kind of all I remember. Then I remember I turned around and I was staring right at Tyler, and I think he was kind of pulling me back out.
Yeah, I chuckle at that a little bit, but that's a serious thing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
in
risking
the moment
your life.
I didn't really think about it, but my wife found out, and that scared her.
Oh, I don't. Yeah,
And being on a fire, I didn't have my phone with me, and I don't know how she heard for sure.
yeah.
But yeah, it's a scary feeling.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen too often, and it shouldn't happen too often. But I mean, when you guys go on a house fire and it's actually a blaze, I mean that's the real deal. I mean,
Yep.
you can watch all the TV shows, Fire Station 51 or whatever, and see all that stuff and think about how those guys are crazy in the city. But I mean, that happens around here.
Yeah, it can happen anytime, especially when you let your guard down. Which, I mean, we both went in. Tyler was in 20 feet.
Wow.
And we came back out, and
It
luckily
wasn't
it didn't
30
happen
seconds
that
later.
time. Yeah, we made a switch, and I went back in first, and he had the pike pole behind me, and again just sounding the floor to make sure we were standing on solid ground. And
I mean that, and if you think about that, I mean, getting a little deeper into it, if you guys would have been in that far still, and that ceiling came in, I mean,
Yeah, it'd have been a whole different game plan at that point.
yeah, I mean, that's scary,
Yeah.
and you guys are putting your lives on the line every day.
watched the turnouts and was ready. We actually went on a second call that night.
Yeah,
Wow.
we had.
Just
Yeah, we left
jumped
that
in the
fire
truck and left
went
that
to-
one and went to the next one. And
Yep.
yeah, it's one of those you kind of just put out of the back of your mind. I mean, you remember it when you're going in, but on a daily basis, that's not something I want to remember and think about.
No,
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember it, but
The
I don't
next
think
house
about it.
fire, I'm gonna definitely do everything I've been taught: sound the floor, check above, go in with a partner.
And I don't really know that we did anything wrong. It just happened to be happenstance that it happened right then.
yeah. Well, you never know in those situations,
Yeah.
right? You could do everything right, but you never know what's coming at you.
Yep.
Huh. That's a cool story. I mean, that's something people should think about, when they, we see the firefighters in the parade and we see you guys, around town during Halloween, and, the fire department does a lot for the community, but when you think about what really goes on, you guys go on a lot of grass fires and things like that, it might be a small grass fire. You go out there and water it down, call it good, but you guys are doing the real deal. That stuff goes on around here.
Yep, it does. Unfortunately.
And
but it
and
does.
this year might be a really bad wildland fire season
Yeah.
for us. I mean, everybody knows we didn't get a lot of snow.
Yeah.
It's been hot already.
Yep.
Low water and high temperatures means dry grass, and it doesn't take much to start a grass fire.
Yeah.
So on top of that, on top of fire, Tyler is also, you do search and rescue.
Yep, I do.
And how long you been doing that?
Let's see. I got on in May. I think May of 2020.
May of 2020.
So right before
so
COVID.
right
Right before COVID really hit. So it might have been April that I got my interview and hiring on.
So was search before fire or after fire?
Before.
Before.
Yep.
So you got on to search before.
Yep, I did. I got on to search in 2020 and fire 21.
Wow. And you love that as well.
Yeah. Yep. It's good.
That's awesome.
It's fun.
Yeah. I've been lucky enough to jump in on that the past, well, we talked earlier, it was like October that I got on. And it's been super cool seeing, being involved in the trainings that go on and things like that. I mean, being a part of the water rescue training we did a month ago,
Yep.
That's for those that are listening, you can jump on the search and rescue Facebook page and see the video of our water rescue training that we did. And you hope that you never have to use it, but it's training and it's knowledge. And
Yep.
and that's what you need is the knowledge. You need to be prepared and ready to go as these things go on. So I mean, Tyler, you're just serving the community in every which way. I mean, you've got your small town business that helps the community out. You've got the fire department. You've got search and rescue. I know you're part of the Bull Bonanza committee as well.
Yep.
Part of fair, and things like that. I mean, what drives that for you? I mean, why do you do it? Why do you do all that?
I don't know. I've always just liked to serve.
Yeah.
I've always liked to help people out. It's always just been a big driving factor for me is to help and stay busy and just be involved in what I can with what time I have available.
Yeah. That's super cool. I mean, that's another thing. We had a little pep talk before the podcast with Tyler earlier today, but I mean, that's the thing is just, there's not a lot of time in the world, and you try and spend as much of it with your family and things like that too. But that says a lot about somebody that's, getting out and doing other things to be part of the community and be involved as well.
Yeah.
I think we all can concur with that. Cody is on fire, and Cody's our fair board chairman.
Yep.
He's going to be our soon-to-be commissioner one day.
That's one that I haven't done yet, but I would love to do it.
He's going to be president of the United States.
Well, I got some ideas there too. But I've done enough now. It's what will my wife allow me to do?
Yeah. I mean, can you list them all off? I mean, I don't even think I can think of all. You do fire, you do fair, you do
fair, Bull Bonanza,
reffing.
My day job, I ref basketball,
football. And your day job.
Coached football, still coach football, just not here in Preston.
Bring him back, Preston. We need a good coach.
I think that's everything. If I'm missing something, it'll come to me later. But yeah,
I always forget what I'm doing a lot of the time too. I'm like, oh yeah, I got that meeting tonight. I forgot about that I was even part of that.
Right.
Not really.
But it sounds like you guys, I need to jump on search with you two and the rest of the search and rescue guys. And
yeah, the search and rescue guys.
Get my part there.
Yeah, it's just a great crew. I mean, it's just fun. You know, I love it all. I mean, we've talked about it before, just the first responder end of things. I love it. I wish there was a world where I could just try it all once, you know, be a sheriff, be a sheriff's deputy once, go be, you know, ambulance, fire, search, you know, but there's not enough time. But you do what you can, you be involved in with what you can, and that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah, for sure.
No, that's super cool. So your wife, I mean, can you tell us a little bit about her?
She's as solid as they come to let me do what I do. As we've talked before, you never know when a fire page is going to come out.
Yeah.
So there's been several times we've been sitting down for dinner and page will go out and tell her I love her as I run out the door.
Yeah, they always seem to come at possibly the worst time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, kids' birthdays, anniversaries. I mean, there's enough of us. We are volunteer. It's not a have to go. It's come if you can. I mean, we all have our day jobs and everybody, that's why there's so many of us. Everybody in the department realizes that, but I don't know about you, but anytime I'm gone, I mean, I've been in Texas and I get an alert on my phone and I feel like crap for not being there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like it's one of those, I signed up to do this and now I'm on my day job in Texas for a meeting and I can't be there to help these folks or help the rest of the fire guys. It always eats at me a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just part of life, especially as being volunteer like we are.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that just shows how much you care that, you know, when you are off doing other things, I mean, it's not guilt, but that fear of, you know, missing out, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know, of not being there, knowing that you've committed to something. I mean, that just shows how much you care, that you want to be there, you want to support, you want to, you know, do that.
Right.
For other people.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, my wife, she's as solid as they come for letting me do that. I mean, we got fire twice a month for meetings. We got search once a month for meeting, Bull Bonanza meetings, all sorts of other meetings that we go to, and she's as supportive as she can be with it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure she gets a little tired of it sometimes, but yeah, no, she's awesome. She's a great mother to our 3 boys. We just had another boy in a month ago.
So don't get this wrong.
He's 6 weeks old. He's 6 weeks old now, and she's taking care of him and the other 2. And
so you got 3 kids?
Yeah, 3 boys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool. And your 6-week-old is healthy and
yep, he's good.
Everything went well for you guys?
Yeah, it did.
That's cool. Congratulations
Thanks.
on that.
Yeah, it's been good.
I didn't even bring you a bag of diapers. I feel like a piece of crap.
That's all right.
I'll make it up to you.
Right. Perfect. No. I don't change them, so.
Hey, that's when my kid was born, my wife and I had the agreement that if I do all the dishes, she'll change all the dirty diapers.
Well, see, I'm failing at both of them, so.
Yeah.
We kind of fail in the same agreement, but I was the youngest. I didn't have younger siblings.
Oh, yeah.
And when we adopted Trey, I was 30 years old before I ever touched a dirty diaper.
Holy cow.
I had a good run. I had a good 30-year run.
Yeah.
But it was one of those at the hospital and the nurses, they're like, he's not going home with you if you don't change a diaper here.
Yeah.
You know, I had to pull the shirt over my nose and I'm gagging and changing.
My.
I don't do good with smells. And
Yeah.
that's one that,
Yeah.
Brett thought it was funny. You know, I'd be changing him and just gagging on the floor. She's over there laughing.
Yeah, our oldest.
Whoever does diapers, man, I give it out to them. That is tough work.
Yeah, our oldest, he's changed more diapers with this baby than I have. So
How old is your oldest?
he's 7.
7.
Yep.
I guess they can learn young. I mean, yeah, that's with me. There's not a lot that bothers me, smell wise, and I can see, deal with a lot of stuff. But when it comes down to a dirty diaper, I can't do it. I start gagging and dry heaving. And we moved into this new house, and I got a little Cocker Spaniel, and for some reason he's like forgot everything he knows. And so I don't know if it's just new place or what, but he forgot how to go outside and go potty. And we'll let him outside a million times, and he won't go, and bring him in the house. We get doing something, and then luckily it's on LVB floor, but he'll go pee on the floor. And the other day, like the second day we moved in here, he peed right on that back door, like huge puddle. He'd been holding it all day, and it just had the worst urine smell. And I told my wife, I'm like, Chris, get in here, come clean this up. And she's like, why can't you? And I'm like, because. And I go walk past, and I start dry heaving as I start going out the door. And she's like, it's just pee. And I'm like, I know, but it stinks.
You'll have 2 messes to clean up if I do that.
Say animals don't bother me. I grew up on a dairy, started vet school and everything. I've done everything you could imagine on a farm. Smells don't bother me, but you put a baby in front of me in a dirty diaper and I'm out. It's bad
too.
Yeah, like I said, there's not a lot of things that bother me. When I was in middle school, so 6th and 7th grade, I went to school at White Pine in Richmond, and right across the street is that vet clinic right there. And I went over there 2 days out of the week after school, and I went and volunteered there and helped the vet and things like that. And then they have like a career day when you're in middle school. And so you get to go job shadow somebody, when you're in 7th grade. And so I went and did that with a vet, and I watched him spay a few animals and stuff like that. And that didn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hovering right over him as he made the little slit. But when it comes down to dirty diapers, I don't know. And it's my own kid.
Yeah.
That's the worst part.
Right.
It comes down to dirty diapers. I don't know.
Yeah, it's different. It's a smell like, that one's bad.
Yeah, I can't do it for some reason. So
Luckily Trey's out of them, and I don't think we'll have any more around for a while. So.
You can come change a few at my house if
I'm
you
good.
want.
Yeah.
I'm good to hold your kid up until that time, and then it's back to mom or dad.
Right.
Or to your boy.
Yeah, we'll send him to
Well, this is going to make me sound like a horrible person, but like I will not hold a super little baby because like spit up. I don't do that. Like my wife's sister just had a baby, and we went over the other night to see the baby, and my wife's like, do you want to hold her? And I'm like, nope. Like, I'm good. Like, let her get a little older. I'm not touching her. I don't want her to throw up on me. I love her to death.
Right.
Like, babies are the cutest thing ever, but just give me my space.
Yep, exactly.
The baby stage is great, but man, it's fun when they can go to the bathroom by themselves and they can talk to you and tell you what's wrong. Instead of having to guess, are you hungry? Or are you sick? Or
that's what I've told my wife. We got to keep them for a week and then send them off to training until they're about 3 or 4, and then we can go visit them whenever we want. But then we'll bring them back home when they're potty trained and can talk. And
but then they pass that stage of good, and now they get into my kid 7. Now and I tell my wife he always acts like her, but he's 100% me. He is. He'll argue with anything. He's a smart ass. I mean so I get to fight that battle every day. It's like talking to yourself, just in a miniature version.
Yeah.
Right. Well, none of us, you don't have any girls. They're all boys. So all of us have boys, so we can't really speak on the little girl behalf. But potty training little boys, I mean, it's a different deal. I mean, Dusty, when we were potty training him, we started out just go out on the lawn.
Oh, yeah. That's how
go
we
find a corner.
Yep.
And I remember Chris has a video on her phone, on our Ring camera. And Dusty, in the middle of the day, she's got an appointment. And he goes running out on the steps. And he gets down to the bottom step. And he just drops his drawers. And he's peeing facing the road. And here comes the direct communications guy pulling in the subdivision. My boy's just out there peeing. And Chris comes out. And she's like, Dusty, no. Like, don't do that. Pull up your pants. And he pulled up his pants, and in the Ring camera, as he turns around and walks up the stairs, he's like, that was a great spot.
Trey did that in our front yard we have a house that just got built across the street 2 years ago, I think. And an older lady bought it, and Trey's just out there peeing in the front yard. First time he ever met her, she walks over to say hi to my wife, and he runs off in the corner of the yard and drops his pants, starts peeing. And So yeah, he's mooned half the town as well.
Yeah.
But
Oh, it's fun potty training the boys. I don't know if Dusty's ever missing, he's off peeing somewhere.
Right.
It's fun. It's fun having little boys and doing that. No, but that's cool. So third kid, and
Yep.
so if you've got 3 kids, you've got 6 more, right?
No, we're down. We're good with 3, especially with the older 2 that we've got.
yeah.
That's awesome.
So you got to fill every room in your house, though, right?
Oh, we can. I can put a gun safe in one or something. We can fill it with other things.
Your wife doesn't want to try for a little girl.
She was hoping
She would, wasn't she?
She was hoping that the third would be a little girl.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, our boys, they're busy.
But did you have any sisters?
Nope.
It was all boys
It
in
was
your
all boys
family,
for me.
right?
Yep.
What about her?
Yeah, she has a younger sister.
So there is 2 in the.
And see, her
Extended
sister has
family.
all girls and no boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of how mine and my wife's family are. Is they were majority girls, and then they started having a bunch of boys, and then this is the first girl they've had on my wife's side of the family in 5 or 6 or something years now. So but yeah, I mean, my wife she's got 4 sisters and a brother,
Okay.
and I've got 3 brothers and a sister. So
Nice.
kind of goes back and forth there. I don't know how all the genes work.
I don't understand all that
Gene
either. That's above my pay scale.
Yeah.
yeah. I've heard there's a trick to get a girl, but I'll have to tell you after the podcast.
All right.
No, that's awesome. So let's roll back here. Back to Smart Choice Services. Where do you want to be with your Smart Choice Services in 5-10 years? I mean, what are your goals? Are you wanting to stay, smaller and keep 1 or 2 service trucks around and do that, or are you wanting to grow into like a fleet?
Yeah, for sure, growing into a fleet. Our goal is to have as many techs as needed at the time. Ideally, we'd like to be up that 8 to 10 techs, covering as far as we need to.
Yeah.
Just based out of one shop here in Preston, or
No,
thinking
I think
of expanding
we'll
somewhere?
definitely expanded somewhere as well, just due to the population and
Yeah.
whatnot. Probably have another shop on the other side of the mountain over Tremont and Ogden area. Have another base there as well to kind of cover that area as well.
Yeah, you get into some bigger farmland and things like that as you jump the mountain over into the Tremont side and get up into, Arbin and
And a lot
Malta
more
and
commercial building and stuff like that. So a lot more of that construction equipment that we're really shooting for. That a lot more of that building. I mean, there's plenty of building going on in Cache Valley, but you get over on that other side of the mountain, and it's a whole different world over there.
Yeah, it's really blown up on that side of the hill.
And so if we can break into that side over there and get a shop going and guys over there, and
no, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool to have the goals to jump into the fleet stuff. And have you ever seen? There's a guy. This is kind of getting off topic, but God, I want to say he might be in Canada, and I've just seen him on social media. But he started a snow plowing business, and he's got a bunch of those like mid-sized tractors with the snow blowers on the back. And every time I see his videos, I mean, I think he's freaking like doubled his fleet. I mean, in some of his videos, he's got I bet he's got 30 tractors out there. And they go out there in Canada or wherever, and they hit the parking lots, and it's like super, super successful what he's done. I mean, and that's something cool to strive for.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And it's definitely doable, especially with the support of a community and word of mouth and people getting, your stuff out and telling about you.
Yeah.
But I think that's the biggest thing, for everybody listening is that, if you get good service and with anything, I mean, plumbing, whether it's mechanics, plumbing, Keelix supplements, Cow Ranch stuff, I mean, whatever it is, and you get good service, give them the respect and go back to them. Yeah. And if you don't have a need to go back to them, then tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors. If, I'll see stuff, like in the realty business, I have a photography company I use that they've just treated me. I'm new to the realty business, and they've treated me so highly and taking good care of me that, I see a post on Facebook saying, hey, we're looking for a real estate photographer, and I'll, throw their name in the comments. I know Cody, I know you've thrown my name in the pool when somebody's looking for a real estate agent before.
I tell everybody, don't go to this guy. No, no, I have. I've shared you with real estate. I've sent farmers your way on tubs.
Yep.
Tyler, I've shared your name with. I grew up on a dairy farm, so a lot of those guys are still around.
Yep, for sure.
I don't know if any of them have called you, but I have shared your name with a handful.
Yeah.
Right.
But again, it's that, like you said, it's word of mouth. Once you take care of somebody, hopefully they go and tell 5 or 6 people down the road, and it just continues to grow, and that'll get you to your 5-10 year plans that you're thinking of.
Yep, for sure.
And it's pretty amazing. I mean, like with you got social media, you can do paid ads, you can get banners, you can get all this, and you can put a bunch of money into marketing, but it really comes down to word of mouth. With Keelix selling supplements, I mean, the amount of phone calls I get that say, hey, my neighbor, he told me about you guys. He's having a lot of luck with these tubs. His cows look way good. They've bred up good. They've calved out good. I want to try it. And it's all because his neighbor told him what he was doing.
Yeah.
And I want to say in Keelix, probably, I'd say 70% of my business has been word of mouth. Somebody finding out about how successful somebody's being and with the product they're using, and then telling somebody about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can make a Facebook post, and you can lie on there.
Mm-hmm.
But we all kind of deal with the same clientele basis, basically, as the farmers.
Yeah.
And when a farmer says something works, people listen to him.
Yeah.
Yep, for
I mean,
sure.
how many of your farmers are on Facebook on a daily basis looking up an ad to find a mechanic or a real estate guy?
Right.
I mean, they're going to town to get parts or at the coffee
Right.
shop, and it's word of mouth.
Right. Yeah. No, you're 100% right. I mean, these ranchers are out grinding and they're talking to their fellow ranchers and farmers and neighbors and things like that. And so, yeah, I mean, I encourage anybody listening to, if you get the opportunity and you've worked with somebody and experienced something good, I mean, spread it around.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what, there's that support, there's that stuff that goes around saying support local.
Yep.
And I want to say that's the best way you can support local is by talking to somebody and sharing the word. It always takes 2 seconds out of your day just to say something.
Yep.
100%. Yep.
No, that's awesome. It sounds like you've been doing really well with your business, and I hope that continues to grow and you keep getting the support from the community. I mean, that just shows the community that we live in that, you can start something from scratch and be successful in it. I know you said you go into Richmond and a little bit of Smithville and, things like that. But I mean, how much of your business would you say is from here in Franklin County?
Probably about 40 to 50%.
Yeah. That's a big percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's cool to live in a community here in Franklin County, Preston, Idaho, that we have people that will support stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And keep you going.
Yep.
I mean, obviously you've got the answer of, family and kids and putting food on the table, but I mean, what drives you in your business? Is what drives you to do what you do?
I guess just seeing the end result.
Yeah.
Seeing something that's broke down and seeing the end result of it. Either pulling away, driving away,
Yeah.
back in the field operating how it's supposed to, digging dirt how it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And then seeing the satisfied customer
Yeah.
is another big one. It can be expensive, but the end result is what's the driving force.
No, I 100% agree with that. When you're pulling away from, doing your job and you've got somebody back up and going and they're making money again and they're doing what they need to do. I mean, that's vital.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Vital in the business. And that's super cool that you have the ability and the education to be able to do that for people.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that's super cool.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
So you brought up education. I've been sitting here thinking about a question. What's more important, the education or hands-on experience in a job like what you're doing right now?
Hands-on for sure.
Hands-on.
Yep.
I mean, not knocking schooling or anything. Obviously, you went. But I'd imagine with the vast majority of equipment you work on, a lot of it would be hands-on.
Yeah.
Just kind of understanding how a piece of equipment operates. And
that's what was so great about ISU is I think when I went, they were in the top 5 in the nation for diesel schools.
Wow.
And everything there is hands-on. Like we spent maybe an hour to an hour and a half in the classroom a day, and then everything else was out in the shop, tearing apart transmissions.
Hands-on.
The shop instructors would take the transmissions at night. As you take them apart, they'd scatter parts across the shop, and then you'd have to figure out how to reshim stuff back together, and rebuilding engines and making sure they run, and different hydraulic systems and how they all function and everything.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing I really liked about ISU was the hands-on aspect of it. And so, I mean, school is good because you learn the basics and it gets that ball rolling, but hands-on for sure.
Is that ISU program still running up there?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Yep,
They're still kicking kids out of there.
Yep. It's a very successful program. I think Cat up there hires quite a few
just
guys
right
from
off
the program.
The program.
Yep.
No, that's stinking awesome. I 100% agree with the hands-on stuff. I mean, how much do you think that you've learned while doing your business? I mean, obviously it's great you went to ISU and they taught you a lot. They taught you the basics and stuff like that. But, I mean, do you think you've at least doubled your knowledge in just figuring things out as you've gone with your business? Or
I would say so, especially about being in the field. It's a whole different game than being in the shop because you have to get creative of how to get something apart because you don't have the specialty tool out on your service truck with you. You don't have XYZ on your service truck, so you have to improvise and create your own tools to lift something out, to take something apart, to get the job done.
Yeah.
So on your service truck, what's the most needed tool? What do you use everywhere you go?
I use my crane a lot.
Do you?
Yep, I do. Because I do have a bad back. And so I use if anything's over 50 pounds,
it's just
the
crane.
I just use the crane.
Yeah.
I've changed some batteries on some equipment recently, and they were about 120 pounds each.
Holy cow.
So I just ran a strap through them and used the crane, and then because at the end of the day, I want to be able to go home and play with my boys.
Yeah.
Work smarter, not harder, if you can.
And so the crane has been a game changer for me because my back doesn't hurt as bad at night.
Yeah.
And so I can go home and play catch with my oldest or kick the soccer ball or different things like that. So the crane has been a big game changer. Our diagnostic software has also been huge.
Yeah. What diagnostic software do you use? I mean, these days, I mean, that diagnostic software is you just plug it into the computer or the machine, right? Or,
yeah. Yep.
And it just reads off the codes and you go from there.
Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those diagnostic equipment, they're not cheap.
No, they're not.
But they're vital.
Yeah, there's been a couple of jobs that I've gone to that I haven't even opened my toolbox. I just took the computer into it and get the piece of equipment back up and running without opening my toolbox.
Yeah. I mean, I used to work for an ag company doing application, and we'd get into, newer application rigs and spray machines, and you'd have something go wrong or something go wonky in the cab. And it's all a matter of the tech coming out and plugging in with his laptop, and he does some typing, and then you're back up and going.
Yep, for sure.
It's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, everything nowadays on this new equipment's all electronic. Like the electronics control the hydraulics, the electronics control the steering, the electronics control the throttle.
That's crazy.
The electronics control everything on them. And so
are they easier or harder to work on than a 1980s piece of equipment that's all metal bolts?
Definitely harder. Not necessarily harder, but more challenging.
You have to have more knowledge, obviously.
Yeah, because you can't find. I mean, trying to diagnose electrical is definitely challenging because you can't just find the issue. It's not staring you in the face. You gotta take apart the harnesses, and I mean, there's some harnesses that if you took every wire out, it'd be 400 or 500 miles worth of wire in a cab of a tractor.
Yeah, that's crazy the way the world's going now. Have you ever worked on like a self-driving? Have you seen those, like the tractors and the loaders and stuff like that do themselves?
No.
You haven't seen them?
Like
you haven't even seen them on video?
Not that maybe on video I have, but
I had a buddy that works for the mine up in Kemmer, and they ordered a big mine loader up there. And this is just from what he's told me. I haven't seen it, but I mean, it was $1 billion loader or multi-million, whatever. I don't know. Huge number.
Yeah.
And this loader operates, it's robotic.
Oh, really?
It doesn't have to have somebody in the cab.
So it just runs off GPS or something.
Yeah.
And does the job.
Yeah. And on top of that, I mean, we went to Nashville, Tennessee in January for the World, not the World Ag Expo. It's the the National
Cattlemen's
Cattlemen's Convention. Yeah. And we went out there, and Cat was there, and they had it right in the middle of their booth. It was a full cab setup, and it was just a seat with like 3 screens in front of them, and it has the joysticks and everything. And you go sit in the seat, and on the screen, like states away. We were in Nashville, Tennessee, and these were in like Missouri or something like that. And they have these, there was a skidder and there was a loader in that yard in Missouri. And those people were operating that equipment from Nashville, Tennessee.
That's crazy.
That is, wow. I mean, it was insane. And you could sit there and they'd let you sit in the seat and operate that piece of equipment that's real time, real life.
Out in a field somewhere.
Yeah. Well, and this one was just in a yard, and you could go in, you could scoop the gravel, and then you back up, you can dump the gravel, and then you could switch over to the skiddy, and then you start doing the skid. I mean, and they're doing all this from, I mean, soon enough, these guys are going to be sitting at home in their at-home office running
running the farm.
Sitting in their lazy boy.
Got a robot milking the cows. And
I honestly didn't like it, though, because it, like, you couldn't feel it. Like, you couldn't feel the bucket and how it's on the ground. And like, I've worked construction, and when you're digging like with a track hoe and you're digging around like a power line or a gas line or a water line, like I don't know if they'd allow that. They shouldn't if they do, but I mean, you should need to be there. I mean, and be able to see. I remember digging multiple times, digging trenches and stuff like that. And you take that light scrape, and there's that little piece of caution tape that comes up, and it's like, oh, what's that? So you go dig it out with a hand shovel, and there's a 2-inch gas line right there. It's like, oh, that's
but I mean, I guess it might take the human error out of things.
I guess. I
mean, you always see gas lines getting hit and stuff, but is that computer ran operator or piece of equipment going to be smart enough to know that that's there?
Right. Yeah, I agree. I'm sure there'll be some technology someday that some sensor on the end of the bucket, when it gets close to a pipe, it won't let you dig.
It'll just stop.
A little metal detector type thing.
No. Well, that's stinking awesome, everybody. Everybody listening, Smart Choice Services, right here. We've got Tyler Smart. Started the business here. He's a local guy. Started his business right here in Franklin County. He's going to continue running it out of Franklin County. You're not leaving us anytime soon, I hope.
Nope, not planning on it.
And we appreciate you taking time out of your night to come down and sit with us. And I hope everybody that's listening, take the time to support Tyler and the business that he does and what he's doing. Support local, support small businesses, and help get the name of Smart Choice Services out there. You got any advice for any entrepreneurs, any kids out there that are looking to start a business, Tyler?
Just take the jump. Jump in with both feet, and it's definitely scary, but embrace it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the journey. Yeah. Definitely enjoy the journey, because if you don't, it's a long, stressful, lonely road.
Yeah. That's good advice. Anything from you, Mr. Cody?
I don't have a whole lot. Nope. Tyler kind of hit it. I mean, he's done something that I've thought about for years.
Yeah.
I enjoy my job. I like the people I work with and work for and everything, but I've always had something in the back of my mind. I want to be my own boss. I want to work for myself. Mm-hmm. Tyler's done it, and seeing how he's successful, it makes me sit here and think maybe there's something out there like that for me and everybody else that's listening.
Yeah. That's awesome. Well, congratulations to you, Tyler. Appreciate you coming out here and taking time away from your family. I know you're a busy guy.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It's been a great conversation. Again, everybody, Smart Choice Services, go out and support them. And remember, everybody has a story.